how it be. Even if na mala, I go chop. Even if fried rice and chicken, make I chop and first, make I know say and now something where I work for. Now it don't come. So make I even enjoy before other responsibilities just gather come collect the money. Because that's just how life is. Sometimes you just keep working and sometimes like you're working for people. You're not working for yourself. Meanwhile, now you they go face and now you they go up front. And then at the end of the day, you don't have anything to show for it. I beg you, let's be working and be chopping. So that you could get more strength to continue. All right, this is her lens right here on Your Women Radio WFM 91.7, a brand new week as it is, and we are definitely grateful for being here today. Now, her lens is a program where we get to discuss, dissect, and disagree on topical issues right here on Your Women Radio WFM 91.7. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaiser, and I'm really excited to be with you this week. So, hopefully, this week is definitely going to be a good one for us all, and we get to end August on a very, very good note. All right, so joining me this morning, all the way from Abuja, is Susan Hioma. Hi, Susan. How was your weekend? And how is this week looking like for you?
Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Buki. Morning, Ibinabo. Good morning, Halent family. It was a beautiful and restful weekend. And yeah, this morning, the weather is just cool, calm. So I hope, just like you said, it's salary week. Let's have a cool, calm, and energetic week with more money, more money.
Yes, so more money. All right, so yes, this is Your Women Radio, and you've just heard from Susan. So let's get to hear from Buki. Buki, how are you? How's your weekend?
We want to thank God. God is faithful. My weekend was fine. Yeah, Saturday. What happened on Saturday? I think, yeah, Saturday I was in. Yeah. I was in. Yeah. And then I got Sunday, go to church. Yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely.
Okay.
So I'm just expecting, lovely things, good news, miracle galore for me this week. Expecting good news, and God knows I'm expecting good news, and it shall come to pass. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I follow you expect that good news because my own
Yeah.
survey plenty. I follow for that one. All
Yes.
right. Thank God for you, Buki, and thank God for your weekend. All right, Binaba, let's get to hear from you. How your weekend? How it go for you?
Okay. Good morning, Rose Kelly. Good morning, Buki. Good morning, Susan. Good morning to all our valued listeners. I've always said it. Don't miss out. Even at home, if you're not going to any party, bring a party home.
Yes, so.
You are the only one who can stop you from being happy. Take it or leave it.
Hmm.
So I enjoyed my weekend, and I'm here, and I'm going to have a fantastic week,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to enjoy the rest of August
Yes, so.
because it's my birthday month and
Ah,
it's a very special month.
of
And the
course.
project will extend into September and beyond.
Hmm.
And since I was at a program where HIV was discussed, I want to sound it to everyone out there. The fact that it is not in the news every moment, the fact that many people are not talking about it, does not mean it has gone. HIV is still out there. People are still getting infected. Let us be careful. Take all the precautions. Don't play. Don't joke. Thank you.
All right, thank you too, Binabo, for that sound warning. Don't play, don't joke with it. HIV is still out there. And yes, definitely aligning myself to your positive affirmation for the rest of this for this week, the last week of August, and what September would bring, and just enjoy the time as it is. All right, so yeah, these are the ladies of our lens who have joined us this morning, and of course, we'll go ahead and discuss some of the typical issues we have this morning. Now, you can be a part of the program by dialing 07000 You can also dial 081 You can also go ahead, send us WhatsApp messages on 08155 And of course, you can also use 070 Those are the numbers to get in touch with us this morning on the program Ha Lens. Okay, let's head on straight to the very first issue we have this morning to talk about. Last week, Friday, was it Friday or Thursday? Now, my attention was drawn to a video of a young man. Will I say that one is in his teenage age? Years right now? Because no, yeah, he should be in his teenage years. Because if he passed teenager, I don't know why the papa go flog am like that. Even as old as he is safe, that guy person don't pass person where you go flog. Say even our parents will flog us. It gets some kind stage where we reach, where they just tell themselves, say, no, this one I know if you flog him again. But this boy looked well, and we don't know the guy's age, the young man's age, but he looked tall and a bit matured. For me, I would say probably he was around maybe 15, 16 thereabouts, or maybe not just tall way tall sha. If he be around maybe 13, 14, but I don't know, but he looked like a teenager. And the father was really flogging him with belt for failing examinations. Now we know that sometimes it could be a lot for parents to take in, especially when they've spent money on school fees. They know how hard they toil, they know how hard they work for that money, and then they pay your school fees, and then you come back with one kind of year results and you're showing them. They could get very angry, they could get it really, really emotional, and would want to, put all that emotions or just channel that emotion on something. And if you're not lucky to be a child of a parent who likes to flog or who takes, the don't spare the rod and spoil the child, mantra so seriously. If you're a parent that takes it also at every point, you're always using the rod because you don't want to, make the child or rather point the child towards the wrong thing. So for me, it just felt a certain way because that guy was a bit grown. Anyway, we'll get to hear from our ladies this much. What should be, the kind of punishment to a child or even a teenager who fails to as parents? Is that the best way to correct a child and to make the child realize that, can it pay you have failed your exam and I'm working so hard? The money I'm putting down for your school fees, because school fees is no joke. Right now, a lot of parents are having heartache, palpitations, and some of them are having anxiety because September is here already, and before you know the ending of September, everybody's trying to pay school fees. In fact, from now, everybody trying to pay school fees, and we know how much the school fees can cost, and so many other things that you need to buy or get for your children or a child, as the case may be. So, how far do we go just to correct our children? And when we're looking at it, all this gentle parenting, is it working? Abi, we should go back to how we used to do, the different modes of beating that we received. And well, for us, maybe it worked. But for these children nowadays, Gen Z, is it Alpha or what they call themselves after Gen Z, the ones that comes. So it's just a lot. So how do we get to balance all of this? Susan, let me start with you on this one. When you saw that video of that young man being flogged for failing his exams, what came to your mind, and what do you see as a solution to this? Is this the way forward, or this is just adding more salt to the injury? And as parents, how do we balance it up?
Okay, so for me, I felt a sort of way. Not because I don't know that parents flog their children, but I think it's a bit too much. Even though growing up, I had experienced such level of beating, even after finishing secondary school. That's the truth. But the fact does not mean it is the proper way to raise a child. Parents should have a relationship with their children. Everyone knows things are hard. I remember sometime going to church years back, and the pastor was preaching about having honest conversations with your children. If you used to fly first class before and you don't have money for that and you have to economy, let your children know why. So if you feel, because I see transferred aggression in that man, if you feel your child with all you are going through, he's not bringing value, my question is, does that flogging, does it address your concern? Do you know if there's something in school that is not allowing him concentrate? Has he tried to even analyze to find out the factors affecting that child? No, because I also know that in school, some children are distracted.
Yeah.
That is why parents do not have to relax. The fact that you send your child to school does not mean, oh, I've sent it, let them deal with it. No, you also from your own end, because that child might have some psychological issues he or she is dealing with. So you need to actually, that way, he used to, flog the child. For me, I think it's that archaic way. I know that the Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child and all of that.
Hmm.
We should understand that the only constant thing in life is change. Up till date, I still have marks from flogging
Hmm.
from my mom on my body, and I'm a woman. And so, coming from that experience, we need to always conversations. Why are you not doing well? What are the subjects? Would you help your child to improve better? The child following bad company, all of that. I don't think that particular method is the best way. Why? The child knows, why is now flogging a go chop?
Hmm.
Develop thick skin and is waiting, last, now flogging go chop, it go finish. Again, I also I'm worried because I don't know how this will pan out in this era. I know that is the evidence the mother could bring out, but what will it do to her relationship with her husband now that it is in the public domain, is in the public space? Won't it affect their relationship? This is just me thinking it out because I had to
Mm-hmm.
say, okay, now that you have brought it up and there's a back, what happens to your relationship? I hope it doesn't affect it. Like for parents, as we start, and it's good that we're having this conversation, you know, before we start a new session. We need you to be more involved in the life and the academics of your children. Don't just push them to teachers. Say, oh, everything, they just leave it on open day. They don't come. When you attend open days, you will know where there are laptops. You would know which teacher to meet to say, please, my child is not doing well in this area. How can we address it? But every time you leave everything, no, I've sent them to school, I've paid their fees, so everything is sorted. No, it's not the best. So I think they should actually have a holistic approach, have conversations, also meet with the teachers of your children to know where the gaps lie and how to address it. Thank you.
All right, thank you to Susan. For all of these thoughts that you have brought to the table this morning, because it could actually be a lot. For especially for you who has shared your own experience. I think me, the last beating I got, listen, when I did just three, I think I was in just three when I got the last beating of my life, and trust me, at every given opportunity like this, that's how I could just say, look my papa, say, see you. No wala. But then again, we saw it from a point of view of correcting us. But now is it still the same? How do we go about it? Anyway, let's bring in Buki at this point. This is your Women Radio WFM 91.7, and it's about 24 minutes after 9 on the side of the radio. So Buki, let's hear from you. Let's hear your thoughts on this video that we got to see, and the reactions, and to say that the mom was there when all of these things was happening, and she was the one that actually did the video and posted it out there. What's your take on this?
Okay, like we normally say, we can only conclude or assume based on what we see. We do not know what had happened, years before now, and actually what even happened that particular day. I think, well, these are assumptions, really. I think the reason why the woman did that was, well, I am tired of this thing.
See it
Probably
from
I
there.
have to bring it to, the public, because why would you film your husband beating your son? I mean, I'm just thinking, my critical thinking sense is coming out, if not for the fact that, I think I'm tired of this. I need to probably show it to my family members that what I've been saying, or I need help, or, and all that, because more often than not, when things go viral, people talk about it. All right, this is my own take. I think that is wrong. Beating a teenager, because the guy looks like a teenager.
Yes, it did.
Probably somebody in SS between SS1 and SS3. I'm looking at it from the height, the body frame,
Mm-hmm.
and all that. Yes. So um, I think for that age, caning is not appropriate. It's not appropriate. Yes, the Bible says the word of correction. The word of correction could be anything, right? Yeah, but
Mm.
more often than not, we talk about from the African angle, you beat. And to be honest, let's look at it. At the early stage, that works. To be honest, that works, provided you are able to strike a balance between discipline and venting your anger to the point that you are now hurting the person. There is a thin line between in between. So you need to know when you are using the cane as a discipline tool and not as a hurtful tool, because many a times we beat and we don't even discipline, we don't even correct. We're only making the person, to be hard. Okay, after all, what are you going to do? You're going to beat me. Oh yeah, now, which should not be. But for the purpose of what we're discussing today,
Mm.
I am looking at it that something went wrong while that boy was growing up. I am sure that is not the first time he's failing, and that is why the man got angry. I do not know how much the payment, the school fees are. Even if it's one small money, we all know that paying school fees at this time, it's challenging. Let's
Yes, yeah.
face it.
Yes, no.
The parents will have sacrificed. Possibly even the man had even borrowed money
Mm-hmm.
and he's paying back on a monthly basis. We understand that anger, but I think the best is, can you even discuss with the boy first? You know, Emotional intelligence. Now you are angry, no doubt about it. Let the boy know that I am angry, I'm not happy with this, but when you are cool, let's discuss it. What is the problem? Tell me what the problem is. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's possible the guy is going through a whole lot of stress that he cannot just cope with it. It's possible the guy, there's some people like that, that it was because my mom and my father, they were always quarreling at home.
Mm.
And it gets to me and I cannot read. We've had that. I mean, when we do counseling, we've had that. You understand? And
Mm.
there are some that they have all kinds of spectrum. I mean, call it that they cannot assimilate things. It takes time for
Yes.
them to assimilate
Learning
things. You
disabilities.
don't understand? And there are some people that they are very creative, but when it comes to maths, English, and things like that, they just can't. I was reading over the weekend. I was reading of documentary, if I could use that. Didn't even finish school. It I mean, somebody
Mm.
was doing that on his book. He couldn't fathom the whole thing. And then for him was that, okay, let me go work for my father, and the father mentored him, right? And I'm sure if you ask, in fact, because of that, I'm going to go and buy the book now, and I'm sure because of that, after a while, he upgraded himself. And I know that he has gone to different schools, after that and all that and all that. Whereas at that time, he just couldn't comprehend. So parents, in wrapping up, let's cool down. Let's find out what is happening to my son. If you cannot do it, get a counselor to do it.
Yeah.
Let's find out
That's
what
another
the
option.
issue is. Then you can now help the boy at that age. I'm talking about that age.
Mm.
Because he's a teenager already. His mind is formed. So I see a little bit of submission, on his part because he knelt down, he was
Mm.
begging and all that. Some teenagers would even carry the cane and say, "What is it?" and all that and all. But I see that, and I think from what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that boy needs help. Somebody needs to talk to that boy. That boy has a whole lot happening to him, and he has not seen help. He
Hmm.
has not seen help. Yeah. So parents, the Lord will help us. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. All right. Thank you very much, Buki, for your thoughts on, the video that we are looking at. Because whether we like it or not, that's the reality of what some children went through just, this month. Because for them, after the exams and everything, graduation, and trying to go move on to the next class, you have the parents who it's now this long vacation that they would have time to sit down, open the results, and want to go through it. And you see a lot of reactions. You start hearing, I'm not going to pay your next term school fees. People are go change school for you. You are not just serious with your life. See what your mates they do. No be your friend, be this one. Waiting that so there are a lot of comparison that are going on, and a lot of talk, a lot of discouragements that you can just probably hear or even feel from the children at the end of the day. Well, this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7. We'll definitely be bringing in Ibinabo into the conversation. But first of all, you can be a part of the program by dialing 07000 917 917. You can send us WhatsApp messages to 0703
Oh, what did happen now? No bonus for all my line. No panic, as MTN don't carry better gist come. Every 6 minutes you talk, MTN go dash you 3 extra minutes. Fiam to enter MTN better gist. Dial *123 *2 *1 hash or text BG to 312. T and C's apply.
Kí ló ń sún ọpọ́n ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìgbádùn tó ga? Ṣé tí wọ́n bá sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún adùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni? Tàbí tẹ́ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì Nàìjíríà, èso kábéèjì, kárọ̀tì, lẹ́tùsì, àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ méjèèjì. Ṣé jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú adùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀ oúnjẹ rẹ gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí lónìí jẹ́
Aláyélúwà Ọba Professor Saka Adélọlá Mátẹ́milọ́lá Olúyalọ Ọ̀tìlẹ̀ta the 7th Olówú of Òwu ìlú Abẹ́òkúta ń pe gbogbo ọkùnrin Òwu sí ìpàdé àwọn ọkùnrin kẹrin ní Abẹ́òkúta. Ìpàdé yìí yóò kó gbogbo olùṣọ́ àṣà pọ̀ láti jíròrò ipa pàtàkì tí ọkùnrin ń kó láti dáàbò bo àwọn obìnrin àti àwọn ọmọdé kí ìdílé wa túbọ̀ lágbára àti kí àwùjọ wa lè tẹ̀síwájú. Oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2025 ní agogo 3 ọ̀sán ní ààfin Òwu Abẹ́òkúta. Ìpàdé yìí jẹ́ ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ àti àjọṣe láàrin Women Radio 91.7 àti ààfin Ọba Aláyélúwà Olówú of Òwu.
Oh, what did happen now? No bonus for all my line. No panic, as MTN don't carry better gist come. Every 6 minutes you talk, MTN go dash you 3 extra minutes. Fiam to enter MTN better gist. *123 *2 *1 hash or text BG to 312. T and C's apply.
All right. Yes, of course. You are hearing from me this morning on the next big thing that is coming with Better Play. So you need to get ready to turn 500 naira into 200,000 naira daily. Of course, you heard right. 200,000 naira every single day. The more the ticket you grab, the higher your changer you have been waiting for. Coming to you right on Women Radio WFM 91.7. So are you ready to play and win big? Just stay tuned to Women Radio WFM 91.7 and you could just be taking home 200,000 naira from the Better Play right here on your Women Radio WFM 91.7. Women, let's come together this August to talk about something we all need. I'm talking about peace of mind, wellness, and purpose. As for the Women Engagement Series webinar, August edition, with the theme Beyond Hustle, Peace, Purpose, and Productivity. This conversation now for every woman where they try balance life, work, family, and still need to keep her mind in check. Our guest is Deborah Tobi Olawale, a family life coach and certified mental health therapist who share real life tips on how to avoid burnout, stay focused, and find joy in your daily hustle. Date is Saturday, 30 August 2025. Time is 6 p.m. Venue is on Zoom, but we're also streaming live on radio and on YouTube. Make you not miss this one, Register now with the link on our Facebook and Instagram pages at WFM 91.7. Come, learn how to take care of your mental health and still be productive without running yourself down. The Women Engagement Series is brought to you by Women Radio Network and the Voice of Women Empowerment Foundation.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that! My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your peak? Reach for your peak.
The MTN Mega Billion promo is finally here from Monday to Saturday at 7 p.m. Plenty Nigerians will stand a chance to win big. To join, just dial star 900 hash on your MTN line. Then every recharge from 100 naira or more will get you more entries and increase your chances to win. This promo lasts till the 21st of September.
Recharge today and win millions. T's and C's apply. Visit www.mtn.ng for more details.
Yeah! Are you ready for the thrill, the action, and sports sensation on Women Radio 91.7?
Well, our Sky colleagues in Italy say that Juventus have rejected an £85 million offer.
And then Aguero!
Join us 6:05 p.m. every Monday on Women Radio 91.7 for comprehensive analysis and coverage of local, national, and international sporting events on Sports Radio. Join our experienced sports journalists and experts on Sports Radio 6:05 p.m. every Monday on Women Radio 91.7 for everything sports. Yeah!
Women Radio 91.7, the Ogbonge radio station for women and their families.
All right, this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7. And of course, this is still the program Her Lens right here on your Women Radio. And this is about 23 minutes to 10 on the side of the radio. Hope that you're following up with the conversation. And of course, you are definitely, thinking of all the things that we are saying right here. So if you're a parent that gets to beat your child because he or she failed exams, maybe you should be looking at different approaches. But then again, let's get to hear from Ibinabo this morning as an educationist and as a parent. So let's hear her own point of view as regards this issue. All right, Ibinabo, over to you.
Okay, thank you. I listened to the ladies. You see, parenting is not about getting pregnant, giving birth to a child, then the father will go and hustle, run through the traffic, sell handkerchief, come back home, put food on the table, and if you don't finish your food, you're in trouble. I suffer to get this money. If you don't pass your exams, you are going to die because I suffer to pay your school fees. I'm not downplaying. I am not going to ever downplay on this. I'm a parent.
Yeah.
I know what it is to pay school fees and then you don't get good results. But hey, let's calm down. Because there are so many things. You see, so many questions came to mind when I saw this man. And when I watched this video. One of them, I have a lot of questions here to ask this man. What if the boy fails again and decides to end his life? Because I can't stand this man's beating. And when you are so sad, when you are sad and you are angry at the same time, that is when all these evil thoughts will crawl into your mind. And the boy decides to do something very terrible. Who's going to take care of that? How will the man live with himself? Should the boy give a note that, Papa, I don't fail again. Not stand your beating. So I want to spare you the beating. Let me end it here. How will the man live with himself for the rest of his life? Now, this same Papa, I'm not saying that's what is obtainable there in that family, but in most places, this same Papa will subscribe for cable TV. He will buy smart TV. He will buy smartphone. In what way? In which way are you helping? Because it doesn't start on punishment is not always about beating a child until the boy's head can't grow big because of the beating. You don't knock on your head. That's not it. Now, how can the boy grow up and respect his wife? Because honestly, it seems as if the wife does not have a say. In as much as I do not like the way she posted it, because this is your family, your husband and your son. What can the people of social media do for you? This video, I'm not saying she shouldn't video it, but you keep it for future reference. And you now let your husband know that next time you beat this boy, I will video you and post it. Let the whole world see you. That is if the man does not listen and all of that.
Yes.
You see, you have to protect. I'm not saying you should hide what is bad, but You have to know how, when and why you should come to the social media. Not just because you want to just post something, everybody's posting, let me post. This is your husband and family. How do you think the boy will feel? Having said that, see, there's a thin line between disciplining a child and transferring aggression. Looking for where or room to vent your anger on is not the best way to discipline a child. Because when you are doing this thing, the child is looking and it will hurt him. What can I do? We can't reach like this. I watched the video. The man was clearly beating the boy for other reasons than the boy did not do well in school. Because he was targeting some very sensitive areas to hit the boy. I watched the video over and over. At a point, when the boy can't lose guard, can't lower his hand, the man hit him with that belt on his ear. That will not be discipline. Looking for a way to inflict serious injury on this child, and this same injury you will spend money to take care of. So when you're disciplining a child as a parent, don't discipline this child with your eyes closed. Which means discipline this child with your common sense in place, with your emotion intact, with your senses alright. Don't just use your anger, blah, 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 blah. I know a young man. I knew him when he was already in his early 20s. He has one blind eye. And when I got to know about the story behind that blind eye, I looked at this guy and said, this guy is going to be dealing with a lot. He was beaten by his uncle because he lost his dad when he was little. So he was staying with his mother. I don't know whether the mama go complain about the boy. And he was very little then. To the uncle, that one came. You know, some people, they pride themselves in being called disciplinarians. So the man came to the house. At the instance of the mother, she went to report for whatever reason. And she came and he said he was under 9 years old. He was happy and went to hug the uncle. The uncle pushed him. Moved his belt. Say, I hear say blah, 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 blah. Now this uncle begin this beating. This beating. Can't begin this beating before he knew with the belt landed on his eye. Today, as I speak, the man, he's not a man, he's a man now. He has one eye, the other one don't blind. Now tell me how this boy no go hate this uncle. Excuse me. So which kind of discipline can't learn person for blindness? So you see, sometimes some people, especially when they say, I don't take nonsense. That nonsense we no go take. You go land you in trouble. Now, if you look at the other side of it, okay, let's assume this boy does not, is not doing well educationally. Have you discussed it? Have you gone to his school? Let me give you my own example. One of my sons, if Papa and Mama will do favoritism, you go do am for this boy. Each time I gave an instruction, he will be the first person to obey. Yet, and I know that I know him to be very brilliant, but he wasn't bringing home the result we expected as his father and his mother. So what did I do? One day I visited the school. I sat with the principal and I discussed with him. I said, come, have you gone to the root of why this boy is not doing well? He said, I don't understand it. He's a good boy. He doesn't play rough. He said all the good things. But he said he never finishes his papers. Okay. So I went to the class. They were copying a note from the board. So I came in from the back door because they had 2 doors into each classroom. I came in from the other door. And I just made the principal. I told him to tell the teacher not to allow my boy know that I was around. And I was looking at him. He was writing, and it was exactly what I had thought. You see, this boy of mine is a bit older now, and he's better. He stammers. So there are stages where your stammering could be affecting you the way you write. Because he was trying to write well, because his handwriting used to be very bad. So I regularly taught him with the teacher, we taught him how to write better. But we missed the part that we never understood that his stammering affected the way his writing.
Yeah.
Struggle with words. He was struggling to write some letters like W. What if if it is T, it is a bit easier. But when it comes to words that are, I can't recall the English word for such words now. Soft letters to write, you will be struggling with it, and then the handwriting will look funny. So while struggling to make the handwriting good, he's slow at writing and finishing the questions on his question paper, and that was why he wasn't getting the grades as expected. So I went back to the principal and I told him, and that became a point. I had to tell some schools where I've worked with them as a consultant that look out for bad handwriting and speak with these children. Do they stammer? Do they stutter? There is a correlation between a child who stammers and a bad handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
So these were the things that we're able to pull out, because I calmed down to want to understand. Parents, I'm not saying, see, I'm not an easy mother. So I'm not coming here to come and tell you, hey, but I don't ever in my life transfer aggression. Let us understand the bottom line of this problem and then prefer solution to it. Because tomorrow, this boy will grow up and begin to take care of his mother and turn his back on his father because of the agony, the pain, the frustration, the trauma he went through. And the father will come and say, you know what I did to pay his school fees? I did this and that to do this and that. And now he's not taking care of me. Sometimes it is the seed you have sown. That is not to say you shouldn't discipline your children. But there are ways. Even identical twins, you don't discipline in the same way. Some children, all you need to do is sit them down and talk to them. Somebody whom I used to buy something from, she is, for my judgment, she's well to do, because I've seen her shops and I've seen the vehicles, I've seen her house and everything. She's doing well. But one day she told me a story that she didn't go to school because her father died and there was no way to help. So she had to go as a house help for her mother to train the younger one.
All right, Sibina, but let me just hold your thoughts there on that story. Let's pick this call first. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, I can't hear you. Please do well to call me back. I can't seem to hear you at all. Try to call me back or try to use other number, or the number to call is 07000 or you can use 09155 Those are the numbers to get in touch with us this morning. You can also go ahead and send us WhatsApp messages on 070 or better still 08155 Hello, good morning. Okay, I can't still seem to hear you. I don't know what's going on with the network, but I can't still seem to hear you. Please do well to call me back or try the other numbers we have. I can't seem to hear you at all, but I'm sure that you can hear me. Well, sometimes network can be very funny. So just do well to try again. Let's get to hear from you. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, this is much better. Good morning, Mrs. Oboli. How are you today? How's the weekend?
I'm fine. Good morning to the ladies, your guests as well. Okay. This matter. I think the other line is bad. That's why you're having that feedback.
Okay, maybe.
So for me, there are things I don't really subscribe to in the correction of the child. And as much as I believe in sparing the word and spoiling the child, this approach of beating a child for failing exams, especially when that child is a teenager, doesn't really cut it for me. So, not that I'm making a case for these kids, but sometimes these exams are not really a yardstick to measure the academic progress of the child. Do you know that some teachers teaching these kids can't even attempt some of these questions to the children? I'm not a joke because I have done it. I know what I'm saying. And the educational board would also bear me witness. What this child lacks in equation solving, if properly harnessed in intellect lines, can be augmented in other areas. I mean, all of us go school, not all of us now, except we stop prioritizing degrees over skills, tech, and other life-saving hacks and acquisitions, we will continually go down this downward lane. I'm telling you, balancing is key in all we do, and moderation should apply in every facet of our lives. You know, when we were discussing this morning, my daughter before she went to where she was going for her sec now, she said, Mom, if I was born, I will not come out for the rest of my life. So it was up for my mommy to put me on social media. Can you imagine the trauma that child will be going through presently? And the thing, like I said, is just saying the same thing right now. Look at what Jamba Wahek did. Because did that really reflect the things our children did? It was not a reflection of the exam they start for, the glitches and what have you. It was not. But then somebody will now come and start beating the child. And because some of these children died because they could not take the shame, the pain, and the horror of what their parents will do to them at the end of the day. I beg parents, you can do better, I beg. We can do better. And the mother posting this on social media does not make sense to me at all, because social media will never forget. In years to come, we'll never forget.
At all.
You understand? Going through my own, growing up, I knew what I faced. My mom, my dad, they gave me my own fair share of punishment from my childhood days to my teen, to my youthful days, and I vowed in my mind I would never repeat the same thing. It's the way you learn some things growing up because you don't know better. But as you grow up, you should be able to unlearn those things you have learned. Why is it a transfer aggression or repeating? If Nigeria they show you shege, must you not show your children shege banza? It does not make sense, honestly. Like what one of the guests said, say closely monitor that child, find the lacuna in his or her life, and fix it afterwards. Some of us may not know better because of the way we are wired, but we can learn what we learn and do better. I just beg this morning, look at the calendar. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mrs. Oboli. She's just vexing as regards to that video. And she said her daughter said, Mommy, if not me, I know go come out again for this life because of the embarrassment on social media. So let's quickly wrap up our thoughts. Our time is up. Ibinabo, just less than a minute.
Okay. I just want to say that there are other ways to instill discipline in children. Stop treating them as though you hate them, because you are sending a message. And for the mother, I'm not happy with her. My grandfather used to say one thing, though I didn't meet him. He died before, I could understand whether I had a grandfather or not. He used to say one thing. He was a disciplinarian as well. But he said each time he was trying to discipline a child and the onlookers were there watching, they said there was a particular day he made a U-turn and started hitting all the onlookers, using the cane to beat them. Everybody ran away. He said, you people stood there and you are watching me. I was angry. I was furious. I wasn't in my right senses. You were the ones who should call me back to order. And you were watching, you wanted me to kill my child so that I can go to jail. You see, sometimes when you're in a place like that, irrespective of whatever the mom must have done in the past, I had expected that while she filmed that incident, she should have been saying, is it okay? Is it enough? Is it enough? Please, is it at least? She was just there filming. I didn't like it.
All right.
I was we have to stop doing this thing. We have to stop all this catching cruise on social media thing.
Okay.
It's not right. It's not right at all. If that man has messed up in his business, who would it have beaten? Himself? Sometimes you invest money and you fail.
All right.
So who beat? As parents, we should take it easy, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Binabo, for your thoughts on this one and for touching on all areas. And thank you to Mrs. Oboli, who called to also give a contribution to this. Thank you so much, ladies, for being a part of the program today. Tomorrow is another day. We'll be here, God's willing, to take on Harlan. Still want to have a great day and let's enjoy the new week together.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. leaving us.
Okay, so that's it on Highlands this morning. Do well to stay with us right here on Women Radio WFM 91.7. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaisar. Coming up at 10 is Radio Doctor. Good morning.
To sponsor this program, call the number 0816 480 7613. The MTN Mega Billion promo is finally here from Monday to Saturday at 7 p.m. Plenty Nigerians will stand a chance to win big. To join, just dial *900# on your MTN line. Then every recharge from 100 naira or more will get you more entries and increase your chances to win. This promo lasts till the 21st of September.
Recharge today and win millions. T's and C's apply. Visit www.mtn.ng for more details.
Kí ló ń sún ọpọ́n ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìgbádùn tó ga? Ṣé tí wọ́n bá sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún adùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni? Tàbí tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì Nàìjíríà, èso kábéèjì, kárọ̀tì, lẹ́tùsì, àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ méjèèjì. Ṣé jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú adùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀fọ́.